How long does caffeine last in breast milk? Have you ever wondered how caffeine affects breastfeeding and your little one? Today, we are going to break down how long caffeine lasts in breast milk and what that means for you and your baby. Caffeine can show up in breast milk as quickly as 15 minutes after a mother consumes it. The levels of caffeine peak around 1 to 2 hours later. On average, about 1% to 1.5% of the caffeine a mother consumes makes its way into her breast milk. So, while caffeine does pass through, the amount that reaches the baby is quite small. Now, let's talk about how long caffeine stays in breast milk. For an average breastfeeding mother, the half-life of caffeine in breast milk is about 6 hours. This means that after 6 hours, roughly half of the caffeine consumed is still present in the breast milk. For babies, the situation is a bit different. Newborns take much longer to clear caffeine from their systems. In fact, it can take around 97.5 hours for caffeine to leave a newborn's body. For infants aged 3 to 5 months, this time reduces to about 14 hours. Babies older than 6 months can clear caffeine in approximately 2.6 hours. This slower metabolism means that if a baby is exposed to caffeine frequently, it can build up in their system. From a stress-free mindset perspective, moderate caffeine intake during breastfeeding is generally safe. Most breastfeeding parents find they can enjoy their usual caffeine amounts without noticeable issues. However, if your baby is very young, premature, or shows signs of sensitivity like fussiness or disrupted sleep, it may be wise to monitor and possibly reduce your caffeine intake. Here are some practical tips to maintain a calm and balanced approach. First, try timing your caffeine consumption so that breastfeeding occurs within an hour after you drink caffeine. This way, you can avoid the peak levels in your breast milk. Second, limit your total daily caffeine to moderate amounts, like 1 to 2 cups of coffee. Also, keep an eye on your baby's behavior. If you notice signs of irritability or sleep disturbances, consider adjusting your caffeine intake. Lastly, remember to think about all sources of caffeine, including tea, soft drinks, energy drinks, and some medications. By understanding how caffeine moves into breast milk and how it is processed by both mother and baby, you can make informed choices. This knowledge helps you support your well-being and your baby's comfort without unnecessary worry. Maintaining a calm, stress-free mindset is key while navigating the demands of breastfeeding and daily life.